right, here we are again tonight here. Just a fast video to go over the top setups for breakouts going into next week and the next few days. We're going into Wednesday, October 20, I think it's 8th, or is it 27th? Keep on looking at 27th tomorrow, Wednesday, October 27th, coming up on Halloween, this Sunday. We're going to play some Halloween. I promised you to play some Halloween music. I'm going to play some Halloween music tonight for you guys out there listening. I'm also going to play it tomorrow as we get closer into that time of the month. So, again, wanted to talk about these breakout plays. And FSLR was one of the setups that I got into a couple of days ago, yesterday, actually, on thinking it was going to get a breakout. And it actually kind of gapped. It kind of pulled back a little and then held on pretty good. And now, right now, as we were just talking about it, you can see it's running after hours. And this is because of another solar company. What is it again? ENPH here came out. ENPH came out, and they really, again, solar company doing really well after hours, after earnings. So that's just, it's bringing up all the other solar companies. We just happen to be in the right one here. Hopefully we get a little further pop tomorrow. We'll take our profits on the option, and that's it. We'll just move on. The other ones here I have lined up here. Let's take a look at some of these. I do believe Avalon Bay is another one we were looking at. I do believe there's earnings tomorrow morning on this. But the breakout, this is the type of pattern you want to watch. And if you're in the chat room, and you could bring up any of any other breakouts that I might be missing. If you're in either of the chat rooms, please do that so I can add them to the list. But again, I really did like this. Earnings are tomorrow morning, so it could get affected either way. And well, that's it on that. This is not a breakout play, but it is kind of a. We're looking at this as a return to that previous low back here. You can see this on the 22nd. Sam Adams had earnings, and it gapped down, and then it reversed really well. Now it's come back and kind of retested that. So we just took that trade off of that. Not a breakout play. Something, just an update on regular stuff. But here's a nice one. This is another one I love. International paper. Possible coil stochastic setup here. That means if we could actually start to move down a little. This is an HPS type of setup. Coil stochastics are excellent in a way that they predict when the channel is going to break out. Our last coil stochastic was BSX. BSX, we recognized the coil. This is textbook coilness. It's the coilness of all coils. A series of lower highs, basically, which don't get a rotation back up. So you just basically, you're not looking for a Picasso here. You're just looking for that type of setup where you have this kind of a lower highs, and yet you have a very defined channel underneath us. When you get down to about four lower highs, you look for that compression to be really tight in here. So the next move is going to have to break you out of that downward trend, and that breaks out the channel too. So that was the stock we got into on that. So so you see a little of that here. You got a high, you got kind of a lower high, then a higher high, but sometimes we just, it gets sloppy. Like I said, we're not looking for a perfect representation of it, but I do like it. See, it kind of coils back down one more time. So that has a similar look to it. Starting to look good down here. International paper. We did the Avalon Bay. Berkshire Hathaway. How could you not? How could you not? I mean, look at this. This is going big time, right over $300. Probably tomorrow. Very nice. That's nice. Let's see what else I had on my list here. BY. Here's another one. This looks real good too. Byline Bank Corp. Not really familiar with it. but I am familiar with this pattern, and it looks pretty damn good. I mean, this is another textbook, just a breakout type of play where you're going to get the momentum, you're going to get the breakout, you still have plenty of things. This has to be considered as a easy breakout play. All right. So buy on the list for that. Berkshire Hathaway definitely on the list for that. International Paper on the list for a coil stochastic. Sam is a bounce play. Here's another breakout at AVB with earnings tomorrow. First Solar, we are getting that breakout. We're in this one for a breakout. Like to take profits tomorrow. And that's the reason First Solar is moving. So there we go. That's what we're up to right now. What we're going to do now is just look at some of the earnings after the close today, or after the close. We actually want to look at the earnings for tomorrow morning, just to get us caught up and see what we have, because I am in a couple of these, which is so here we go. We have in alphabetical order Boeing. That's a big one. Boeing. I had a decent sell-off today. Boston Scientific. I do have some Boston Scientific. Also very close to a breakout, so that could be a catalyst for that one. Bristol Myers. Everyone's waiting for it to see if there's going to be an announcement of the Arena Pharmaceutical takeover. And if there isn't, will AUPH here drop because of that? So 2 stocks to watch tomorrow. AUPH is going to be connected to this one. Chef's Warehouse, CME. Coca-Cola, KO. I have one in the refrigerator. Carman, General Dynamics, General Motors could affect some of the car automakers. Harley Davidson, not interested. International Paper, we're just talking about how good that setup is there. So, of course, International Paper tomorrow morning. Looking at that one more time, if that was a downward trend on IP. I think if you get a gap down into that 50 area, well, that would be a golden opportunity. You have to pick it up there if you get a gap down for any reason. If you get a gap up, then you probably have to chase it. But I would look for that gap down reversal, because that's what we're seeing a lot. It's like it happened back here, gap down, reversed. Let's move down, kind of bounce. If we gap down, I think we're just going to right off of this trend line. I bet you that wick comes down, touches it for a second, and then it's off. Then it's back up. The paper's interesting. I mean, it's the paper and this, and who knows what's going on with the paper. So that's that should be something that's going on tomorrow. Kraft Heinz. My wife said, "What are we going to?" She goes, "When are we going to discuss the upcoming food shortages and what we're going to do about it?" And I said, "What?" I said, "Who you been talking to?" Because it was like kind of it was almost like it was going to get real bad. She's saying, people are talking about it on social media and stuff, upcoming big food shortage and stuff. And I said, hey. I said, yeah, I'm all for it. I said, let's get a couple more canisters of that Mountain House dried food. She goes, I'm not eating any dry food. We have to get a new freezer. So I said, I'm all up for that too. So I'm now looking for a deep freezer, because she thinks the world's, we're going to hoard.
Order submitted.
We're going to
Order
hoard
filled.
hamburgers.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
And chicken nuggets for my daughter. Spotify, tomorrow morning. Owens Corning. Ryder Systems. Six Flags, Spotify. Teva, TEVA, that's going to be tomorrow morning. See if that gets any pop. I'd like to get something pop in here. All right, so we're watching International Paper for a gap down. And, of course, we got to watch what's going on with Boeing and BSX, Boston Scientific, holding both of those. So hold both of those. Look in the International Paper. Just going through them one more time. All right, That's it. And after the close, fast look after the close. That's going to be tomorrow, Wednesday. Seeing anything big here. eBay. eBay recently got a big pop to extra space storage.
Order filled.
Uh-oh. Looks like we got one on. We got a redemption in the Bitcoin. Teledoc, TDOC, Spirit Airlines, Upwork, Waste Connections, Xilinx, Yum China. What's the big one? I know I'm missing one here. I will find it. I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Let's just take a look at the futures. I want to get this video out. Overnight market here is holding true to the downward trend line, the master of the trend line here. It's even kind of a hard one to even see, but actually, if you zoom in here, there was a top of a candle there. It was 1, 2, 3 pattern. It was really the closing prices. See how it's just held here today?
Order
also
filled.
the main pivot area. So that was the that was pretty good. That was a good test there of the rock bot. Hello? What? Going to take a look at some of the post-market setups here. Right before the close here, we got about a half an hour to go. And let's see what we can find on this. All right, I think that Bitcoin's gonna be busy this evening. I want to keep this one alerted to you. Let's take a look at those post-market movers. Let's take a look at a couple of these things. China Plastic Auto Parts. I didn't see that one. Any type of China auto parts. 60 cents to $1.60. Gotta be kidding me. The ones who thought this was going to go, well, you're mistaken. It went down. Bimmy International also selling off hard. Bridgetown Holdings. Guardian Health. Berkshire Hathaway, oh, we talked about that. That might be an upcoming breakout. That's a good one. This is an interesting one, ITP. Check that out. That's an interesting pennant formation. It's 50 cents. These pops never really amount to too much, so I'd be careful. There's a little movement. That red box, well, my size was a big mover today and came almost all back. All right. Well, it might have some legs to it. NOTV. Not bad. Not a bad looking volume, big volume. I want to write that one down. Watch it tomorrow morning. NOTV. NOTV. Healthcare sector. Here's the dead Kennedys. Oh, good tune. Good tune. Our growing boy needs his lunch. All right. I want to send this video out. Just get it out there. Just an update of some breakouts. We got a nice breakout start on the FSLR. Looking to take profits tomorrow on that. Some new setups coming your way. DayTraderRadio.com. In that house.